everybody, Ronnie Petito with Petito's Performance Training Center, and today I'm here to talk to you about how to get stronger without increasing your weight. I know you started out in the gym, you got strong real quick, 3 to 4 months in, and then all of a sudden you're not getting stronger each time you're hitting the gym. Well, don't stress about it. I mean, just like if your goal was to lose weight, you're not going to expect to lose weight every single time you step on the scale, especially if you're weighing yourself every day. That's just not going to work. You're going to need to set a weekly or every 2 weeks goal and then weigh yourself in. Same thing when it comes to strength training. If you're looking to increase the weight, it's not going to be every time. Every time you hit the gym, it's just not going to happen. And even every time you come back, let's say you're doing chest day on a Monday and then you come back Friday and do it again, you're not going to get stronger, after 4 days of resting. It's going to be over time. But just like with losing weight, you can measure different things like body measurements going down or up if you're trying to increase muscle mass, body fat percentage going down, cutting that fat. You can measure how you're losing that fat and trimming that fat in different ways other than the scale. Same thing about strength. Same exact thing. We can use that the same way. What I mean by that is, if we're not getting stronger, as in not increasing our weights, let's stick to the same weight we can actually use and focus on a couple different things that could get us stronger and therefore increase our weight, maybe even more than the 5 or 10 pounds we're trying to increase now. So check it out. The first thing we want to focus on improving is our technique. Okay, our technique, being able to do the movement 100% correct. I mean, if you don't have a trainer with you, you can get a friend to film you and just see and do your research and see where you're at. Because if you're not doing the weight you're doing 100% the correct way, you're not going to move up. And if you do it the correct way, you might come down in weight a little bit for for a couple weeks or so, but you're going to get back to that point you were at with the weight and then increase it more so. So make sure you're doing that technique, and it shows, better neuromuscular control. That's what it does. So if you can learn that movement, you can really increase your weight and exponentially increase your power overall. So the next thing we're going to want to increase is our time under tension. Increasing our time under tension. What we want to do with this is no extra momentum. So if I'm doing bent over rows, some people I see come in like this, and as a beginner starting out, that might be what you're thinking is the correct way. But if we really want to get the best results, we want to squeeze our lats, really pull, and you notice how I'm slowing down my tempo, and there's no momentum with it. It only is working the specific area I'm targeting. So that's another thing, because if we're doing that, then we're going to increase our strength to that area. We're going to increase the most strength from whatever area we're working. So slow, tempo, and no momentum. This over time will help you increase strength. Another thing we can focus on is increasing our range of motion. Increasing our range of motion, making sure we're doing the full range of motion. Some people I see in the gym don't have a lot of, when they're doing bench, they have an issue not getting to their chest for the simple fact that, they're not strong in that area, or lack flexibility, or their shoulders might hurt them a certain way. That goes back to technique, because your shoulders shouldn't be hurting on bench. But with the range of motion, if we're only getting here, then maybe if we're not increasing weight yet, maybe we need to work on getting all the way to our chest. Once again, drop a little bit of weight, get all the way to our chest, get that full range of motion, and then pick it back up. And I guarantee you, over time, you're going to surpass that plateau that we're on. So increased range of motion shows, or incorporates, I should say, incorporates more muscle fibers. And last, but definitely not least, increase explosive power. In order to increase our explosive power, generating that rapid force generating, that movement. Of course, we have to still do it correct. The technique is the most important. That's why I put it first. Technique is always the most important, because if we're not doing the movement the right way, it doesn't matter if we're moving up weight, we're going to eventually hurt ourselves, especially because we're going to keep moving up and then we're going to do something our bodies can't handle because we're not doing it correctly, incorporating and targeting the correct muscles, and therefore injuring ourselves. So you got to increase that explosive power to generate that rapid force. Let's say you're doing bench and you're controlling it down and exploding off your chest, but still we're getting that control. That's going to go ahead and eventually increase our maximum strength output. So here's 4 different things. Don't stress if you're on a plateau. 4 different things I just showed you that you can do with the weight you're using now in order to increase the weight that you want to the weight that you want to, because right now you're stuck at the plateau, you're getting frustrated with yourself, you can't even get another 5 pounds above the weight you're at. Boom. Start working on your technique. If the technique is flawless, start increasing your time under tension. Slow it down. No momentum, no moving, none of this on the bent over rows. That kind of thing we need to focus on. Increase your range of motion. Make sure you're getting the full range of motion out of the muscle groups you're targeting, out of the exercises that you're doing. Make sure that the range of motion is there. And last but not least, if all of these things are combined together, you put the explosive force into it, you make sure you increase the power, and your weight and your overall strength output will increase as well. So don't stress. This gym thing's supposed to be fun, people, okay? I know it's not fun for everybody. I know that the fitness thing, getting in shape, this, that, and third, but when you're in shape, when you start feeling the progress with your body, when you start seeing the results, you will enjoy it. And if you hit a plateau, there are some things you can do, so don't think it's the end of the story. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. If you have any questions on it, don't hesitate to ask. And if you have any videos you want to see in the future about different things you have questions on, please ask those as well, because I'll answer them in a YouTube video, or I do a live Q&A almost every single Sunday that you guys can tune into on Facebook and Instagram. So once again, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. My name is Ronnie Petito with Petito's Performance Training Center. Until next time.